Hello everyone and welcome to another segment of the East Brunswick Advisory Health Council's Wellness Spotlight. As the expression goes, home is where the heart is. It's also true that home is where the health is. The quality of our home environment has a great deal to do with the health of our family and our guests. With us today is wellness consultant and East Brunswick resident Carole Elkins. On this segment of Wellness Spotlight, Carole will share her wealth of knowledge and resources to help us create and maintain a home that promotes better levels of health and well-being. Carole, welcome to the Wellness Spotlight.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Carole, tell us a little bit about your background and experience. I know that you really didn't start out as a wellness consultant.
No, I didn't. My background is in education. I taught third grade.
You were a teacher?
I was. I taught third grade for 3.5 years. During that time, I got my master's in reading specialization. So I became a reading specialist, which I did for a year. And then I had my first son. So I actually stayed home with Andrew for a while and worked for Jerry. I helped him in his business. And in 1979, I had an opportunity to take over the shop at the East Brunswick Racquet Club, which I chose to do. And from 1979 to 2004, I opened a total of 6 stores. But in 1997, I actually became a unique and wellness consultant. Not out of choice, but just because it was the only way that I could get the wellness solutions.
What happened that made you go in that direction?
Well, what happened was Jerry, my husband, had had a product experience, and he was able to avoid surgery with an $18 magnet. And it never occurred to me that I could make a difference for my customers. It just, I didn't have that aha. So 5 years later, I was in a friend's tennis pro shop. I saw what he had used. I asked her to have the salesman call me. He did. He came. He, gave me a whole product demonstration, and I was ready to place the order. He said, "Oh no, you have to become a wellness consultant." And I said, "Well, that's okay with me, but you have to understand that I'm just doing this to make a difference in my customers' lives." And that's what I did. And I did it in my store for about 2 years. At which point my mom, who was approaching her 90th birthday, had innumerable challenges, knee challenges, hip challenges, no upper body strength from bilateral mastectomies, stiff achy joints. She also had very delicate bones that would break. What I did was, she had the hip replacement in February, came up in August, went into an irregular heartbeat, into atrial flutter. And they rushed her to the hospital. From August to December, she was in my house a total of 7 days. And when she got out, I said to her litany of doctors that I would like to put her on some of these solutions to see if they could make a difference. And they said, "It's absolutely not going to make a difference for your mom." So when she came home, I actually put her on 3 things. I put her on a pair of magnetic insoles. I put a seat cushion in her wheelchair because she had been in a wheelchair for 3 years. We couldn't let her walk or she would fall and break something. And a sleep cushion, or a sleep system, which is an energy cocoon, because she also had some sleep challenges. And from the second we put her on these products, she lifted herself up out of the wheelchair and walked with her walker for the next 2 years till the day she died, and went from taking an excessive amount of over-the-counter pain medications and some prescription medications to also being free of all of that till the day she died. And I said, well, I can sell rackets or warm-ups, or I can change people's lives. And I made the decision to change my life's path so that I could educate people about choices they might not be aware of.
And it's a natural match because your background is in teaching and in education.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, tell us first, Carole, before we start getting into a lot of the products that you've brought to show us today, what does it take to become a wellness consultant? You hear about this more and more often today. People are becoming wellness consultants. What did you have to do to become a wellness consultant, and how do you help people? What's the process involved?
Okay, well, it really doesn't take anything to become a wellness consultant except to sign up to represent the company. It's the people that bring you into the business that are responsible for educating you and teaching you about the technologies, about the opportunities that you can create in people's lives. And I had some wonderful people who were above me, who enabled me to really, excel at what I do.
As a wellness consultant, what do you educate people about?
Okay, well, I educate people, basically, people who are educated want to make decisions based on information. So what I do is I educate people about things that you don't know what you don't know. So I educate them about vital wellness solutions that can impact their health and wellness and make a difference in the quality of their lives and the lives of the people that surround them.
How do you define wellness, Carole?
I define wellness as being able to have quality of life and to have our bodies in balance and our environment in balance so that we can live the best possible life that we can.
What do you think are some of the greatest stumbling blocks to people's ability to be able to achieve that?
Well, I think one of the stumbling blocks is the fact that people don't know that there are things out there that can make a difference in their life. I think that people need to be open to a conversation of wellness. A lot of people are not. A lot of people that I speak to will say, that's okay, I'll just take a pill.
Or people feel that because they have no symptoms and they're able to do most of the things that they want to do, that means that they're well.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's not entirely true, is it?
Definitely not. It takes a long time for chronic disease to develop, and it takes years for our body to manifest it. So we need to be proactive about their health. I coach people how to be proactive about their health while they're young and they're healthy. It's never too late, but the best time to invest in your health is when you are healthy, so that you can maintain that throughout your life.
Being more proactive than being reactive.
Oh, absolutely. We live in a world that basically has a reactive healthcare system. And it actually creates this dis-ease in our body. And the solutions are generally to cut, burn, or medicate things. But there are other ways to address it. What I do is, instead of talking about disease, I focus on prevention. Prevention is critical to staying healthy. We need to invest in our health when we are healthy. Just like if you want to have more money in the future, you need to invest in today so it'll grow. If you don't make that investment in your health, then your body will not be able to defend itself. It will not be able, if things occur, disease or injury, to recuperate and to restore that balance that we always want to have in our body, so that our bodies can do what it's programmed to do, which is to heal itself.
Well, I've heard it said that energy is the currency of success. I love that expression. Whether it's success in health, success in relationships, or success in business, if you have better energy, you have a better chance of being more successful.
Absolutely.
Where would you say are some of the biggest areas in life or in the home that would undermine our ability to have the best energy?
Well, I would say environmentally, we need to look at the water we drink, which is critical to our health. Our body is 72% water. Our delivery systems are 75 to 85% water. The water that we're going to put in our body is going to determine how well our systems function. We need to address the air we breathe. It's something that the EPA has said that indoor pollution is 5 to 100 times more toxic than outdoor pollution. So we need to create...
Why is that?
It's from outgassing, from paints, fibers, carpets, mold, mildew, dust mites, pet danders, odors, chemicals. Cleaning solutions, bacteria, viruses, and electromagnetic fields, which are a huge problem in our house. The more technology we get, actually the sicker we get, because it does not align with our body. We're a direct current species. We live in a direct current world that throws North Pole, South Pole, throwing a magnetic field. But everything that makes our life wonderful and convenient is AC current, microwave, or radiation.
I see. So that's going to come into conflict with the energy field of our body. The body is basically an intelligent energy field, and anything that undermines that energy field is going to have negative consequences.
Oh, absolutely.
So as far as the air we breathe and the water we drink, what type of solutions do you have to be able to help people improve that?
Well, we deal with vital wellness solutions, not just in environment, but we deal with lifestyle and we deal with performance and rejuvenation. But environment is huge because it's something we need to take charge of. So for air, we have 2 different filtration systems. The filtration system that we have, which is actually this one right here, it's very sleek. It has a proof filter that can...
This is that white rectangular.
Yes, which is reusable. It also has a pack inside it, a filter pack that needs to be replaced. It is energy efficient. It uses very little power. It tells you when the air in the room is not good. It has a mode that will automatically activate if there's pollutants in the air. It is actually a filtration system called ULPA. ULPA is far more effective than a HEPA air filter. It is used in research facilities, in medical facilities, in hospitals. And a HEPA filter will filter to 99.97%. An ULTA filter will filter to 99.997%. The Niken air filter is actually even though it's an ultrafiltrate system, is even more effective to that. It actually filters to 99.9995%. So it is amazingly effective. And it actually is the only home air filtration system that uses the ULPA technology. So it's very unique. But there's also an issue of what do you do when you're away from your home? Your car is a huge electromagnetic field. So is your office space. So we actually have a small travel filter which works on the same technology that will actually take care of the spaces where you spend time. It will also effective for a hotel room, which is very toxic, or for any place that you need air filtration, which is pretty much everywhere.
How large of an area will the larger
So larger
clear?
filter covers about 400 square feet. The smaller filter covers about 179 square feet. What I suggest to people is that they address the area where they sleep, where they spend the majority of the time in their home. And then, of course, the other areas or rooms in the house that they use the most. Their cars, their workspace, and they're very portable, both of them. They're lightweight and very effective in taking the pollutants and everything that is toxic out of the air.
The times that I've heard you speak, Carole, you've talked about having a wellness home.
I do.
Can you talk to us a little bit about that? What is a wellness home, and what's the difference between most homes and a wellness home?
Well, a wellness home addresses all the aspects of wellness, all these vital wellness solutions that we have, which address performance and rejuvenation, which speaks to strength, balance, energy, discomfort, flexibility, sleep, which is the foundation of good health. We also address vital solutions that speak to nutrition, which is critical for our body because we can't get what we need from the foods that we eat. We speak to skincare. We have eco-certified organic skincare, which I don't have here, but your skin is your first line of defense. It is the largest organ in your body. You need to protect it. So we speak to environment, which is really critical. So not only do we address air filtration, we address water filtration. Our bodies are so much water. They're 72% water. Our delivery systems are 75 to 85%. We need to put healthy water in our body. Tap water is resurfaced recycled water. It's got chemicals in it. It's got chlorine in it. It actually, from studies done by the Associated Press, it has sewage and pharmaceuticals in it.
That's right.
So we need to address healthy water. Bottled water is an uncontrolled industry. Most bottled water is tap water that's been filtered. It actually is in Class 1 recyclable plastics, which leach chemicals or BPA into the water. If some companies actually put ozone in the water to make it, taste better and to take out odors. Ozone's a toxic gas. You would never want to use ozone in your air filtration systems or in your water filtration systems. We have several different water options. We have this waterfall, which is a sleek unit. It's gravity driven. It doesn't attach to plumbing. It actually creates healthy water, which is alkaline water. If you filter water, you take out the good and you take out the bad. When you take out the good, you're taking out the minerals that are the buffer that keep the water from being acidic. You don't want to do that because strain, sprain, disease live in an acidic environment. You want to be able to create an alkaline environment where your body can heal and repair itself. So we create 8.5 to 9.5 alkaline water. We magnetize the water. When you magnetize the water, it actually breaks the water into smaller microclusters, the cleaner the water, and it's cleaner and purer water, so you get better cellular absorption and better hydration. We also put trace minerals in the water, which is what raises the alkalinity. So we have the waterfall. When you're away from home, we have a solution because we have a PyMag Sport bottle, which actually does the same thing. There's trace minerals in there. It's 8.5 to 9.5 alkalinity. It's got 4 neodymium magnets that actually, both filter systems oxygenate the water because disease abhors alkaline and oxygenated conditions. So the water bottle will go anywhere. Of course, the dirtier the water you put in, the faster the filter will go. But it also has a replaceable filter and spigot, and you take it everywhere. I mean, I take it everywhere I go, and that's what I drink.
I see you have a couple of shower heads here, too.
Yes. Your skin is your largest organ. It is the most important organ because it is your first line of defense.
And you can absorb toxins through the skin.
Oh, absolutely. When you take a hot shower, your pores open up. If you shower in tap water, it is as bad as drinking chlorinated water for 30 days. So you do not want to shower in tap water. You want to filter the water that you shower in. This actually creates the PyMag water that both of these systems do. It actually neutralizes the chlorine with an air induction system. It actually moisturizes, protects, and nourishes your hair and your skin. And there's 2 versions. There's a handheld version, and then there's a wall-mounted version. But it allows you not to have these toxins go in your skin. It's chlorine mixes with other chemicals. It forms chloroform and trihalometane, which are toxic gases, which not only go into your lungs as vapors, into your bloodstream, but they also go out into the room. So it really is critical to not only drink healthy water, but to shower in healthy water.
So for somebody who's home thinking, wow, I thought that because my heat and plumbing worked, I've got a pretty healthy home. Where would somebody start if they wanted to have a healthier home, more of a wellness home? Where would you suggest they begin?
I suggest 2 things. I suggest basically you want to have a magnet somewhere on your body. Magnetics, far-infrared, tourmaline are our flagship technologies because it restores a balance to your body and counteracts a lot of the negative things around you. The 2 magnetic products that I would absolutely recommend are the insoles, because your feet are your second heart. They are the foundation of your body, and they are the farthest thing from your heart. So I would recommend a pair of magnetic insoles, and of course a sleep system. A sleep system is where the body repairs itself, rejuvenates itself, and builds your immune system. If you don't get into deep delta and REM sleep, if you don't get 7 hours of restorative sleep, where your body can repair, rejuvenate, and build your immune system, then it's very difficult for you to maintain the healthy body that you want.
Now, how would magnets foster the body's ability to be able to do that? I mean, we've always been taught that being near an electromagnetic field, you know, whether it's an MRI machine or whether it's high tension wires or the wires in our home producing a magnetic field, is not good for us. So how does putting magnets in shoes or sleeping on a magnetically charged mattress, how does that help you?
Okay, we were talking about electromagnetism. These are biomagnets. They're all natural magnets, similar to lodestone that you take out of the mines. These actually have internationally patented designs which make them actually work incredibly well. I mean, there's many different kinds of magnetism we use, but it's all natural. Actually, everything that Nikin does is natural. They are a wellness company that is all about green.
And you have jewelry that also helps?
We have many, many magnetic products. We have bracelets that are fashion bracelets. We actually have sport bracelets that are waterproof. You never have to take them off. We have magnets that are discomfort. I mean, magnets give you strength, they give you balance, they give you energy, they reduce stress, they relax you, they increase flexibility and range of motion, they contribute to peak performance, and they enhance sleep.
Well, you must be doing something right, because I've heard you're a heck of a golfer.
I'd like to believe that.
What are some of the other things that you have here? This is ASEA.
Well, before you do that, let me just mention the other environmental product that we have is light.
Okay.
And light is really important for our health, but the lights that we use, fluorescent light and incandescent light, they actually cause us to weaken our system. They don't align with our bodies. They actually cause eye flicker, and it's a strain on the eyes. And it actually causes fatigue. And those are the lights that we use in our house most of the time. This is actually an LED broad spectrum light. It is also an alarm clock. It wakes you to natural sunlight in 3 stages of light. It has a USB port. It actually, broad spectrum light, full broad spectrum light, actually regulates the circadian sleep-wake cycle. It actually can function as a night light like this. I don't have it plugged in, or it can be used as a lamp. It will contribute to attention span, acuity. It will make sure that you have, it contributes to good health. It also contributes to emotional health. So it has so many positive benefits, and it actually enhances the blue light, which is the healthy part of the spectrum. We spend 90% of our time indoors, and 65% of that time is spent in our home. We thrive in sunlight, but we don't get it. So we need to supplement what we're not getting from being not outdoors.
So for businesses, office buildings that have fluorescent lighting, what would you suggest is the best type of tube to put in the fixture to be able to be most conducive to wellness?
Well, we only have a lamp, but there are broad spectrum bulbs that are out there.
The daylight bulbs?
Yes, which I would definitely recommend people to do research on.
And as far as the incandescent bulbs, broad spectrum also?
Oh, yes, incandescent, fluorescent, it doesn't make a difference. And actually, that light lasts 60 times longer than an incandescent bulb. And it actually is renewable, sustainable materials. It doesn't have to be concerned about getting rid of it. There are no toxins in it. It lasts for 10 to 15 years.
Interesting. Now tell us about ASEA.
Okay, ASEA is an incredible breakthrough product. We are only as healthy as our cells are. Our cells are made of a saline solution. And the powerhouse of our cells, the mitochondria, it actually creates redox signaling molecules. Redox signaling molecules are responsible for protecting our cells, detecting bad cells, repairing those cells, and if they can't repair them, they destroy them. They work 100% efficiently till we're 12 years old. From 12 years onward, we lose cellular efficiency. By the time we're 70, they're only 10% efficient. We live and die at a cellular level, so it is really critical to keep our cells working properly. We are only as healthy as the function of our cells. So an atomic medical physicist named Gary Samuelson actually took 17 years to formulate this product, ASEA, which actually he formulated redox signaling molecules outside of our body. But it took that much time because he couldn't stabilize them. Within 17 years, he stabilized them, and they are now available in a bottle of ASEA. So you can take trillions of healthy cells a day to repair the bad cells in your body.
So this is a product that's taken internally.
Yes.
To help complement your body's ability to be able to function better and have better immune competence.
Oh, absolutely. And they've actually done double-blind studies, and they have found that the antioxidants that our bodies produce, it increases them by 500% when you put ASEA in your body. They've done double-blind studies on athletes because it increases performance, endurance, and recovery by anywhere from 12 to 30% because it increases the ventilatory threshold, and it takes that much longer for the athlete to hit the wall. But as you know, as anybody, if you can do something to actually keep your cells functioning properly and help you age with more dignity and more quality of life, you know, it's something that people should actually explore.
How young can this be taken?
They don't recommend taking it for infants, but I know people that have actually used it on children that had challenges because it helps address different kinds of conditions, restoring the body, repairing the body from athletic performance, and it addresses anti-aging.
Carole, in the minute or so that we have remaining, what do you feel most people need to know about wellness?
I think people know that it is critical for us to keep a balance in our body and our environment. I live in a certified wellness home. It protects my most important asset, which is my family. And it is an investment. It is investment and pays dividends of prevention, longevity, and a better quality of life. So I invite people to discover a new way of life, live it every day, adding years to their life and quality to their years by using things that are user-friendly, that you don't have to change anything you're going to do. You're going to walk, you're going to sit, you're going to drink water, you're going to breathe air, you're going to sleep. You can do this without changing anything and drastically improve the quality of your life.
And if people have any follow-up questions, how can they reach you?
Okay, if people have follow-up questions, they can email me at healthscapevision@comcast.net, or they can call me on my cell phone, which is 732-859-9333. And I know at the end of the program they will be posting my website, so people can access the websites also.
Carole, thank you so much for coming down and sharing your knowledge with us today and for bringing all of these great products with you and enlightening us on what people can do to be able to have a better quality of life. I know you're dedicated to this. You've been doing it for 18 years and going strong, and I really appreciate everything that you do to help make East Brunswick a healthier place in which to live.
Well, I'm just grateful and blessed that I found a vehicle that really can make such a difference in people's lives.
Thank you, Carole. This concludes another segment of the East Brunswick Advisory Health Council's Wellness Spotlight. I'm Dr. Ken Friedman, President of the East Brunswick Advisory Health Council, along with my guest, Carole Elkins, reminding you that wellness works when you work it.